gentlemen, welcome back. I am back. Yes, it has been a bit. I know I've been very busy with university. I have made all of my deadlines. The last one were last weekend. Went to a festival as well last weekend, which was lovely. Now I only have a few exams left, but hey, that's tomorrow is my final one when I'm recording this. I think I'm uploading this video tomorrow. We'll see about that though. I really wanted to make a video because it's been so long and I really need to make this video. It is my top 50 national final songs of the year. I will go and quickly just name the 50 to 30th or 20th, sorry. Then I'll go a bit more in depth about my top 20 and especially the top 10. I made a short list and coincidentally there were 51 songs, so I had to scrap one of them and the rest of the 50 will be in this video. It'll be a long one, I know, 50 songs is a lot, but hey, these are my favorite songs. I will say that I put the studio version ahead of the live performance, but it can mean if it's a mediocre live performance that it did grow off of me a little bit. But I did usually put the studio above the live version. Yes, it's very anti how you would do it at Eurovision, but hey, it's my list, it's what the music I listen to still. And I wanted to give you this list. So, without further ado, it's a long one. Let's get into this video. Woo! Okay, how this will work is I will list 50 till 20 very quickly. I'll have like a little picture over here with the cover art, for example, and then I'll go in depth in the top 20. So, let's go to number 50. It is Albania, Endri and Stefi with Triumfi e Jet is one of the first songs we've had this year. In 49, I have put Norwegians Sophie Fjellvang with Made of Glass. It's a good ballad. I prefer it to one of the fan favorites. In 48, we have Estonia, Andrei Tsevakin featuring Greta Paya. Misnutsab, a very good studio version live. It wasn't maybe as good, but I love the studio. 47, Throwfest with Dance Like a Pink Flamingo. It was wild, it was bunked, it was exactly what I needed at the time. I love it. In 46, we have North Macedonia's John Iddy with Dreams. It's very underrated. I think a lot of people slept on it, and I think that should have been the pick for North Macedonia, but it is what it is. In 45th, I have Ukraine's Roxolana with Girls. It was a very fun performance. It was a very fun song. It's good. In 44th, I have Aminata with I'm Letting You Go. Initially, I really loved the song, and later when I listened to it a bit more, I just realized it was a bit more of just a normal ballad. It's still good though, so 44th for them. In 43rd, I have Finland's Isaac Sene with Kuma Jebe. Very good song in the studio version. It did grow off me slightly, but it was very fun. In 42nd, we have France's Pauline Chanier with Nuit Pauline. Very different type of song, something that I usually wouldn't like, but it really clicked with me. I really enjoyed it. In 41st, we have Italy's Di Tonella Piaggia and Donatella Rettore with Chimica. It was a very fun live performance that really made it elevate in my ranking. As a studio, I probably wouldn't have it that high, but I loved it in the live performance. In 40th, we have Pepperoni Passion with Codigo Trante. It was a very fun song, and the performance was really fun. I'm glad it went through to the final. I shouldn't have won, but it was good. In 39th, we have Blanca Paloma with Secreto de Agua from Spain. In 38th, we have Rezarta Smile with Yemyanuse. It's a really good air one that really stuck in my head. In 37th, we have Jaguar Jones with Little Fires from Australia. Very good song to follow up from her previous attempt. Wasn't as strong as the other one because I really liked that one a bit better. It was like in my top 10, something like that. But still good. In 36th, we have Gusti featuring Lere. Nova Romantica from Slovenia. It's a very good song, very enjoyable voice Lera has. It's so good. I love it. In 35, we have Finland's Cyan Cakes with Hurricane. The live performance really elevated it again. In the beginning, it was like one of my favorites. Then it dropped down a little bit, but the live performance really made it put up there again. My English is starting to get bad because I'm doing this very fast. Oh well. 34th, Norway's Farida with Dangerous. It's a very fun song. In my opinion, the best ballad that Norway had, but I mean, not really. There's one coming up, sort of a ballad, not really, but sort of. We'll find out about that, I guess. In 33rd, we have Irama Uvonke Sarai. It was good. It took a bit of time to grow on me, but the studio version is really nice with like the thunder going in and the raindrops. I really like those kind of details in music. In 32nd, we have Skywalker with Way Down from the Czech Republic. It is like a metal song, and in the beginning I was like, well, we're gonna have so much rock and metal, so I didn't really love it in the beginning, but it really grew on me when I realized that there weren't that many rock songs this year. Then in 31st, we have Unmute with Glosnish Nic Decibele from Poland. Very fun. It was really cool that it was in sign language and that it didn't really have any not lyrics, but like no singing, which is really unique. And it was such a cool beat. I really loved it. In 30th, we have Mia Negovetic with Forgive Me, between brackets, Oprosti. It's a good ballad. I think it should have won in Croatia, but hey, it is what it is. It's a good song. I really enjoy it, and I still listen to it today. And sometimes I just go in my, Forgive Me, Oprosti. Yeah, it's really cool. Then, up next, we have Spain, Javier Ramena with Culpa. Such a cool studio version. The live performance didn't really work, but it's such a nice, fun tune to listen to on my Spotify. Yes. Then in 28th, we have Giris with Plaksuta from Estonia. Same with kind of Culpa. It was a very fun studio version. The live performance wasn't as good, but hey, that happens sometimes. On 27th, we have a live performance that was really good, Northkit with Someone from Norway. Yeah, I totally get why the top two was the top two. I might have actually preferred Someone to give that wolf a banana, but hey, I get that it is really fun, and I get that it won. In 26, we go to Portugal. We have FF with Como e bom esperar alguém. Very good ballad, very enjoyable. When I listened to it in the live performance, I really, really liked it. 25th, we go to Poland. We have Karolina Lizier with Chista Voda. It's so fun. It is so fun on the stage. It's like Chista Voda, da, 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 da. I always dance to it. It's very fun. Up next, we have 24th, Latvia with Raum and Plans. It's a good studio version. It might be a bit cringy lyrics for some people. I really enjoy it. The live performance didn't work as well, but still a very good song, and I enjoy listening to it a lot. 23rd, we have Finland's Bess with Ram Pam Pam. The live performance wasn't as good. It wasn't what I hoped it would be, but the studio version really grew on me after I listened to it first time, so good job. In 22nd, we have Batista Cadillac from Slovenia with Mim Pravil. Another fun song. It really grew on me after seeing it live, and I think it might have been the best option in Slovenia to send. It's very unique, very distinctive Slovenian, I guess. I don't know how distinctive Slovenia would be, but I would be loving this song if it were chosen, but it wasn't, of course. It's also not my highest of Slovenia, but hey, I would have chosen this. In 21st, we have O Vampiro Submarino ao lado de mim. I love this song. The studio version is so fun. It's like the twist, it's like the funk, it's so nice. It just goes in your head. And I have so much fun with it. Yeah, now we're at the top 20. Bit more time to talk about the songs. So hey, see you there. And we start off our top 20 at Serbia. Yes, Zorya Pajic had a really good song called Zorya. It was so nice to listen to. That performance was amazing, and I would have loved to see it on the Eurovision stage. I get that Ikor Prosano is very distinctive, very unique, and I get that Serbia went for it, but I personally would have massively preferred Zorya over this, and it would be high up in my ranking if it were to be chosen. But hey, they went for Ikor Prosano, and I get it. It's just not my favorite, I guess. But hey, 20th place for Zorya Pajic. Thank you. In 19th, we go to Italy. It is Rcomi with Insuperabile. Insuperabile. Yes, a very fun song. It's very rock inspired, but not full out rock. It's just a really fun song, and I can't wait to see what Rcomi comes with if he ever comes back to Sanremo. He's a good artist. I think he has got something in him that could really get him to a Eurovision stage at some point. This was already a great step. I hope to see him step it up for next time. Yeah. In 18th, we go to Slovenia. We have Luma with All In. This live performance really sold the song. I think as a song on its own, if you need to listen to it, it is not as strong as some other songs in the final. I guess Disco was a bit better studio-wise as well. I definitely preferred Mim Pravil over this as a studio cut. But as a performance, it was so complete. It was so nice. It was so good. It was such a nice moment. I loved it. In 17th, we go to Lithuania. We go to Lolita Zero with Not Your Mother. Work doesn't matter. I'm not your mother. It is so catchy. It is such an earworm. It is such a nice beat. The way they performed it was so good. They just stood there like demanding your attention. You were just like, whoa, what's going on? And I love the attitude of like, well, if you have to explain to your children what is going on and you can't, then there's an issue with you. It's just good. It's just really nice, and I love it. Yes. In 16th, we have Estonia's Mayan with Meletu. This live performance didn't really work, but I knew that when I heard it for the first time. The song itself, though, it is so nice to have on shuffle in your Spotify playlist. Whoa, Jesus, Spotify playlist, really. Yeah, it's a nice, enjoyable song. If you just go out for a walk, if you go out for a bicycle drive, and this song comes on, it is always a nice time. I always really enjoy it. So yeah, 16th place for Mayan Meletu. Good. In 15th, we have Australia's Voyager with Dreamer. Such a unique structure to a rock song, and I would have definitely preferred this over what they sent to Eurovision. I think the one that they sent is a bit basic lyrically, because the chorus is like repeating the same thing. It would have been really cool to have a rock song from Australia, but they came really, really close, but not just quite close enough. I'll still enjoy listening to this song, so yeah, thank you, Voyager. In 14th, we have Portugal's Fado Bicha with Povo Pequenino. I do not understand why this didn't go through to the final. In my opinion, it was the highlight of semi-final one nearly. And yeah, it was really odd that it didn't go through. But hey, Portugal always has like one or two upsets that people don't expect to not go through really. So yeah, it is what it is. I still enjoy it. So yeah, it's always there to listen to. Good. In 13th, we have Denmark's Fullt Effect with Rave met de Hartrein. Live, complete flop, complete waste. I mean, not complete waste. It was still fun, but it just didn't really work. As a studio cut, though, it is very fun. I still listen to it today. It's just nice to listen to. In 12th place, we have France's Ilya with Telephone. Another one where just the studio version is so nice to listen to. The beat is well structured. Her voice fits it so well. Her voice fits this type of music really, really, really well. And it's just a nice mix. In the live performance, it didn't really work out, but you often see that with this kind of EDM songs. In 11th, we go to Sweden. Clara Hammarström with Run to the Hills. It is a bit of like psytrance song, I guess, but also not really fully going there. That's often the case with Sweden. I still really enjoy it, and it still comes on my playlist so now and again, and I never really skip it, so that's always a good sign. So yeah, thank you for that, Sweden. Now, let's go to the top 10. Woo! And in my top 10, there's still 8 countries left. Yes. So 2 countries have 2 entries in there, and we're about to find out who that are. In 10th place is my pick for Spain. I think Raiden with Cara de la Llorería. Whenever I heard it for the first time, I was like, yo, this is awesome. This is exactly up my alley. Maybe the live performance wasn't as insanely good as I expected, but I had a lot of that with Spain. Like, the one that won was really just elevated live, where all of the others were just a little bit less good live. And I think that's why, in the end, Chanel won. But I still really enjoy listening to Cara de la Llorería. It's a fun song. When it comes to my playlist, I definitely listen to it. And so should you. Yes. In 9th place, we go to Latvia. Latvia is the underrated national selection this year. I really enjoy a lot of these songs from that selection. And in 9th, we have Bermudo Divisturus with Bad. I know these lyrics are cringy and cliche and bad, literally, because the song is called Bad. But this beat is so awesome, and whenever it comes on, I'm having the loveliest time ever. Yeah, again, the lyrics are quite crap, but I just really enjoy this beat, and it just fits the voice of the song, really. In a way, also the lyrics, like, it's just a good beat, and I enjoy listening to a good beat. Like, I'm a guy that always enjoys the instrumentals more than the lyrics, or maybe even the singing, and especially the singing with the beat combined is always a good thing. And I also love details, which is not necessarily this one, but hey, it's a good song, I really enjoy it, and Latvia was super underrated this year, so hey, stream Latvian songs. In 8th, we go to, and this might be a bit surprising to you guys, Portugal. We have Pongo and Tristani with Degradé. It was the only song that I gave a 10 out of 10 when I did my reviews for EC United. But the live performance just really fell apart. As a studio version, I must say that after listening to it a bit longer, I do agree with a lot of people that this is not the strongest that Pongo could have come out with. I was maybe a bit too over-enthusiastic to hear like Angolan or African music in Europe and in Eurovision, that I really wanted that to happen. But as a song, it might not be as strong as Pongo could come out with. So I hope Pongo will return, maybe with Tristani, maybe with someone else, maybe on her own, with an even better song, because she has some awesome music. Yeah, I would love to see her represent Portugal at some point, and this just wasn't good enough, let's say it like that. So I still enjoy listening to the studio cut, but it is only an 8th. In 7th place, we go back to Latvia. Yes, I said it before, it was a super underrated national selection, and this song is case in point for it. To me, these were the lyrics of the year. I have them right in front of me here. Do you have some cash on you so we could fly away to a happy place? Which is really encapsulating the world that we live in. We live in this capitalistic world where, yes, you can be happy, but you need the money for it. And it is such a subtle and good way to convey such a big message, and the way it rocks down in the final bit of the song is really awesome, because that is also a way how you can like get rid of your emotions to have an exhaust and rock. Yeah, people will have a good ballad and a nice high note, but this went for rock's direction, I guess, and I'm really happy for it. I wish it happened a bit earlier in the song, perhaps, but it's still super enjoyable, and these lyrics are chef's kiss, basically. Yeah. So inspo, a happy place on place 7. Boom. In 6th place, we have a song from Sanremo in Italy. It is by the young artist San Giovanni with the song Farfalle. Live, it was okay, not the best, but as a studio version, this is freaking awesome. It is such a nice beat, and every single word of the song makes sense with the beat. His voice is very enjoyable as well. It's a super low-key song, and you could literally throw on any summer playlist, and nobody would bat an eye about it. Like, I could literally throw this song on a playlist with my friends, and if I wouldn't tell them that this was in a national final for Eurovision, they wouldn't notice. Maybe because it's in Italian, but for the rest, they wouldn't notice. And it's just a really good song that I still will stream in the summer. It's as simple as that. It's very fun. Farfalle, number 6, yes. In 5th place, we go to Czechia, or the Czech Republic, whatever you prefer. We go for Annabelle with Running Out of F-star time, or F-in time. Look, live, she didn't really live up to the hype, I guess. But the studio version is so amazing still. Like, it is the type of trend that we saw last year, where a lot of artists were mixing their pop voice, or their voice in general, with some rock elements, like making sort of a pop rock tune. It is really well executed, and I really enjoy listening to it whenever it comes on shuffle. And yeah, I don't know. I hope to see her come back. Like, she has the potential. Maybe this song, for the live, she couldn't really nail it necessarily, but I think there's still some room to improve for her. So hey, let's find out in the future. I really enjoy the song. It's in 5th, which is really good. We are getting to the final bit. And in 4th place, we go back to Sweden. Yes. Usually I don't really have that many Swedish songs very high. This is very much an exception. Cassiopeia was easily my favorite song of the Swedish selection. I can't get enough. It is so fun. It is so bubbly. It is so poppy. And like the contrast of the bubbly, colorful background with her having like these dope tattoos and like still a very colorful outfit. Like, it was so many contrasts that really made this song work well. And it just, her voice flows really nicely on the beat, and it's just something that you don't really see that often from Sweden. Like, they really went with a concept and ran with it. It makes sense that it went through Andra Chansen. I mean, it's not the name anymore, but I know, because usually Sweden doesn't want that. But hey, I love it. It's a good song, and it's a good step in the right direction, and I hope Sweden will go with Clara Hammarström kind of songs and Cassiopeia kind of songs, because those kind of songs Sweden does really well, and I hope that they can really go balls to the walls one time and not just like hold back on every single song that they try to represent with. So hey, Sweden, you're on the right track, I guess, again, for me at least. I know a lot of people disagree with that as well, but yeah, you still have some room to improve, but this one is really good. Cassiopeia, I can't get enough. Thank you very much. Woo, top 3. And there are still 3 countries left, and the third one on the list in number 3, which is a bronze medal, a wonderful bronze medal, is a country that is hanging behind me head. Ukraine. Yes. Look, I of course cannot include Kalush Orchestra. They didn't win the national selection, but they were selected for Eurovision. I can't select what's her name? The one that won in the end, because she won. I'm not including the winners. I'm not going to include the ones that will go to Eurovision. I'm only including the ones that didn't quite make it. And Well Boy with Nazi Bazi is such a good song. Oh, it comes on my Spotify playlist, and I'm immediately like, I'm a Nazi Bazi, I'm a Nazi Bazi. Dun, 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 dun. There are so many nice little details in the production of this song that really make this song stand out. And I really enjoy it. It's a very fun song, and I think the live performance was also really well done. Of course, there were the 2 other songs that were really strong as well. Like, Ukraine always is just really strong, and often you will see Ukrainian songs in my lists in the end of the year. And Well Boy, top 3 is insanely good. I really enjoyed this song, and whenever it comes on, I'm having the loveliest time of my life. So hey, thank you very much, Well Boy. Nazi Bazi is insanely good. I love it. Top 2. And in second, we have an Italian song. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This live performance was not the best out there. Let's say it like that. But this studio version, boy do I love the bass line. Boy do I love how this chorus is structured. It is La Representanta di Lista with Ciao Ciao. It is so fun. It is such a nice song to listen to. And if my number 1 didn't exist, any other year, this would have been easily my favorite song. I think if this were to compete last year, it would have been my number 1. If this competed the year before, in 2020, whoa, time goes fast, I think it would have also been my number 1. But it is just that the other song is really something I fell in love with. I also fell in love with this one. Like, I still enjoy listening to it a lot. Like I said, the bass line is insanely fun. The chorus is insanely fun. It's just an insanely fun song. And I really, really, really love listening to it. And I hope to see them back, because they really have the talent. Last year's song was also really good, but this really stepped it up another notch. Ciao Ciao from La Representanta di Lista. Just misses out on my top spot, but second place is still really, 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 really good when you have like 400 songs. But hey, my number 1 of national final season, and it is an insane one. Like, not a lot of people will have this even in their top 50. And not a lot of people even expected us to go through to the final in its selection. It is Estonia, Minima Wind, featuring Elizabeth Tiffany. What to make of this? Boy, I fell in love with this song so hard. Like, oh my god, this is good. Like, every little detail, every bit of instrumentation makes sense. It makes sense with how the lyrics are sung. It makes sense with Elizabeth Tiffany's voice. Everything makes sense. Like, you listen to it and you're like, yeah, we go on to the next instrument. Oh, another one. And it just calms you down. It relaxes you. Gives you the loveliest time ever. And I am a person who isn't very good in putting songs on repeat, because after like the 3rd listen, I get bored of it, basically. And this song is a song I could literally listen to for over an hour on repeat. And that literally never, ever, ever happens. And that is a big thing. This is smooth like butter. It is beautiful. And I would have loved it if this won. It came second, which is insane. I did not expect it. Like, when I heard it for the first time, I was like, yeah, it's cool that it went through, but I didn't expect it to go to the final. When it goes to the final, just barely as well, I didn't expect it to go to the super final, but oh, am I so proud and am I so happy that it did, because I love this song so much. Minimal Wind featuring Elizabeth Tiffany, What to Make of This, is easily my number 1 of Eurovision National Final season. Yeah, that concludes the list. Woo! And there you have it. Yes, I just listed off my top 50 national final songs that didn't win, that don't go to Eurovision. Yeah, it was a long journey, I know. I'll edit it down a little bit perhaps from what I've been recording because I've been recording for a long time and I'm a bit out of breath because I had to read a lot. Read a lot and say a lot in a very short amount of time. I hope I did well enough for you and let me know who your favorites were of this national final season. I am dying to know because this was a really good national final season if you ask me. Like, looking at my entire top 25, I still listen to these songs nearly every day, and that rarely happens. I usually get bored of them very quickly, but that's just how I am, I guess. Yeah, let me know your favorites and let me know what video you want to see next. I definitely will make videos about all of the songs that go to Eurovision, but first I had to get this out because this is... I love national final season. It's my highlight of the year, literally. Like, I love this the most out of anything Eurovision, 100%. And so this video really had to make it out quickly. Yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this. Make sure to like the video and comment down below who your favorites were this year in any national selection. Also, tell me what you think of my list. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. But I hope to see you in the next video. But for me, today, goodbye.